I want you to look at this. And I want you to look at it really close. You guys see that? This was sent to me by a Uber Eats driver, a $6.65 pay. As we know with Uber Eats, you don't see the tip until a couple hours after. Customers can take it back, but it is what it is. But listen, that's not the point. 17 cents. Uber paid this driver 17 cents for a delivery. Let's talk about it. Now, on Sunday, we talked about DoorDash lowering the base pay, and it is what it is. It sucks. I'm going to be sending this to Uber. Not that they're going to see it. Not that they care, clearly. Have you ever, in your career of any apps, ever seen anything as embarrassing as that? Now, some would say, well, look, Pedro, it's $6.65. It took them 11 minutes, okay? And it's 0.5 miles, right? Okay, not horrible. This was just done on the 16th. This was 2 days ago, right? 2 days ago. 11 minutes, half a mile. So you see a half a mile, you see $6.65. Many of you would take it. Hey, I'd probably take that. 17 cents is what Uber paid that driver. Now, Uber does a lot of things with that money. It's called funny money. They move numbers around. They have surges and this and that, and they'll lower your typical base pay and tell you you're getting a promotion, a surge, and then they'll couple that with a tip or not tip, and then you get what you get, right? It is what it is. But let me ask you a couple of questions. If the customer didn't have a pre-tip, and thank you, customer, for tipping, what, you tipped $6.52 or six something? Yeah. You tipped something, 6 and some change. That offer wouldn't dare come in at 17 cents, right? There's no way. I've never seen an offer at 17 cents. I've seen a payout of that. So because the customer tipped, Uber is telling us they have the right to pay you less money to pick up and drop off that order and wait for it and whatever. Because I am pretty sure, and you guys tell me what you think in the comments, if the customer didn't tip, that order's probably, I've seen $1 in something offers, which is still incredible. But do you think that order comes in at 17 pennies? Now, a lot of you will argue, and you're not wrong. Hey, $6.65, 11 minutes, 0.5 miles, Pedro, I'm taking it. It's profitable. That's money in the bank. I don't care who pays me as long as I get paid. I hear you. You're not wrong. However, do these companies have an obligation to just be more fair? Now, we don't know. Uber does also have the breakdown of how much the customer paid and fees and how much Uber got off that. And sometimes Uber is actually negative on certain deliveries. That could be the case here, right? And it's an AI algorithm deciding these payments and putting in the customer tip and sending them out. And maybe because of close proximity, they decide to pay the driver less. Some would say that's good. Maybe if this was more miles, it probably would have paid more. But 17 cents? 17 pennies. Like I said on Sunday, at some point, we're going to hit the time where these apps don't pay us anything, and it's all customer tip. It's going to happen. I believe that. Let me show it to you one more time, because I've never seen anything this horrible in my life. Have you? Have you ever seen that? I want you guys to send me screenshots to my email in my about section if you've ever seen anything as horrendous as this. This is an actual delivery done 2 days ago. You can see it right there. This is no Photoshop. This is no BS. This is a delivery that somebody did. And I don't blame them for it. And thanks for sharing it. You don't know the breakdown until after you do it. Should we even care about that? Should we care where the money comes from? Some say yes, some say no. When I see stuff like that, though, it just makes me wonder. It makes me think. Now, these gig apps are opportunities. I talk and preach about that all day long. You could do more for you than any company, any government. I stand by that 1,000%, and I will say that 1,000 times, and I'll say it another 1,000 times. But that's embarrassing. Uber, if any of you guys get wind of this, and guys, share this video. If you don't share any video on Twitter or TikTok and remix this and make it into a short, if you're a content creator, send this however you can to Uber Eats, Uber Rideshare Technology, Dara Kashwashawa, whatever. Send it to the rideshare professor, the rideshare guy. Those guys, they got connections. I want to explain. This is horrific. It's horrible. 17 cents. What's next? Negative payment? We know Uber says they get paid negative. Are we going to see a total payout of negative where they actually took money from the tip because the tip was too good and the mileage was only 0.5 and only took the driver 11 minutes? So you know what? They tipped $6 and some change. Let's just give that driver $5. So we're going to keep some of that tip and we'll do the base pay at $1, negative $1.50. But they'll get their $5. Is that a world we're going to live in? I bet when it comes to the TOS and what it says and how they can do the money, it's their business. Technically, I bet they can do that. Would you stop working for Uber and DoorDash and Instacart if they did that? If they started taking money from the consumer tip and giving whatever they felt was necessary to you based on mileage and time and based on the offers that you usually like? Maybe the algorithm knows, hey, Pedro loves $6 runs for half a mile. Many of you would take those. I'll do them. I've done hundreds of them. So let's just take some of that tip, put it in our pocket, along with the percentage and the fee and all these other fees and whatever. And then that driver's still happy because, hey, maybe it's not six something he's getting, but he's getting $5. He'll still do 5 for 4.5. It's $10 a mile. When will it end? At what point will the companies actually? I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. But just for shits and giggles, I just can't even. What is that, man? Is it a glitch? Somebody going to say, Pedro, it's a glitch. I don't know. But that, to me, it's embarrassing. They should be embarrassed. Send this to Uber. Send it to Dara Kawashari, I think his name is. Send it to Uber Eats. Send this and share this out. That, I would love for Dara and somebody to explain that. I'm sure they could explain it. And I tried to because of proximity and this and that. Maybe there's this and there's that. And they got to just move the money around. I'd love an explanation, Uber. And for all of you that think DoorDash is the worst and this and that, listen, I got no affiliation with any of these companies. But I'll tell you what, that is worse than any DoorDash base pay I've ever seen. And if you guys got something different you can show me, please send it my way. And if you got an offer of a base pay less than that, I'd love to see it. At the end of the day, I hope this driver felt whole. They took it. They got $6. It is what it is. But what would happen if that customer, let's say the fries were cold and it's not the driver's fault or something happened and the customer's like, I'm not tipping. I tipped $6. I'm taking this back. And they took the whole $6 back. That driver's left with 17 pennies for 11 minutes of work. I'll see you guys in the next video.